He had waited in that airport lobby for 6 hours. Jaden Reed, a man who used to own private jets, now sitting barefoot with a torn duffel bag next to a broken vending machine in Terminal 4. People walked past him without a second glance. His white t-shirt was stained, his jeans ripped at the knees, his face rough with stubble, his eyes sunken. But behind that tired gaze was a storm he hadn't shared with anyone. The announcement echoed, "Final boarding call for Flight 347 to New York." He stood up slowly. He didn't have a ticket, just a handwritten letter in his pocket, and a promise to keep. 3 years ago, Jaden had it all. The youngest director in one of London's biggest asset firms, a 6-figure salary, a fiancée named Naomi who loved jazz, wore silk scarves, and laughed with her whole soul. They were planning a wedding in Greece, and then came the audit. A major client's portfolio was missing $2 million. The files pointed to Jaden. The same morning he was called into the boardroom for questioning, his best friend, his college roommate Thomas, texted, "Whatever they say, don't believe them. I'll fix it." But Thomas never showed up. The firm fired Jaden that day. His accounts were frozen. His name hit every financial news outlet by nightfall. He was ruined. Naomi stopped picking up his calls, and when he finally showed up at her apartment a week later, she opened the door with Thomas standing behind her, shirtless. "Jaden, I didn't know how to tell you. We didn't mean for this to happen." He didn't reply. He didn't fight. He just walked away. For 2 years he slept in shelters, took night jobs, built back slowly, silently. He found one good friend at the halfway house, an old Nigerian man named Pastor Obi. "You are in the valley now," Pastor Obi told him once, "but you are not buried. You are being planted." 2 weeks ago, Jaden received a letter, handwritten, no return address. "If you ever forgive me, meet me in New York. August 2nd. I don't have long left. T. Thomas, the man who ruined his life, and maybe the only one who could prove his innocence." So Jaden begged, worked, borrowed, and found himself at the airport with enough for a one-way ticket. But now the desk agent shook her head. "Sorry, sir. Flight's full. Not even standby left." Jaden clenched his fists. But just then, a commotion behind him. A man in a luxury suit yelling into his phone, "I told you, cancel the meeting! I'm not getting on that stupid plane!" The agent called after him. "Sir, are you giving up your seat?" He didn't reply, just stormed off. The agent looked at Jaden. "One seat just opened up. You're lucky." He smiled weakly. "I'm not lucky. I'm sent." The plane ride was silent. Jaden stared out the window the whole time, clutching the letter in his hand. He didn't know if Thomas wanted forgiveness or was trying to lure him into one last twist. He didn't care. He just needed answers. The plane landed in New York at 7:03 p.m. Jaden stepped out, took a deep breath, and walked toward the arrivals lounge. Then, something strange happened. A security guard walked up to him. "Are you Jaden Reed?" "Yes." The man handed him a sealed envelope. "He told me to give you this if you ever showed up. Said you'd understand." Jaden opened it slowly. Inside was a letter and a flash drive. "I know I don't deserve it. But if you're reading this, you came. And that means somewhere in your heart, you still believe I have something to say. I confessed to the firm. I gave them proof. They know it was me. I couldn't undo what I did to your career, or to Naomi. But I spent the last year working in a hospice, thinking of every day I spent betraying someone who only ever loved me like a brother. If I die before I see you, this flash drive has everything. The transfer logs, the voice notes, the truth. I didn't deserve your forgiveness, but I needed your peace. T." Jaden didn't cry. He just stood there, frozen, breathing deeply. And then he whispered, "Thank you, God. because in a world full of betrayal, pain, and silence, this time, truth found a way. Life lesson. God doesn't always stop the storm, but he does guide the last seat on the plane. Now it's your turn. Would you have gone to New York after all that betrayal? Was it forgiveness or justice Jaden was looking for? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk.